Mastering cloud migration risks. No one is accountable for ensuring our cloud governance and compliance. Who within our organization is responsible for ensuring that our current state of cloud governance and compliance aligns with industry standards and best practices, and what measures are in place to enforce adherence to these standards throughout the cloud migration process? Establishing and maintaining operational excellence is crucial to ensuring a successful cloud migration. This requires a robust cloud governance and compliance framework that aligns with industry standards and best practices. To achieve this, it is essential to designate a clear owner or team responsible for overseeing cloud governance and compliance throughout the migration process. The cloud governance and compliance team should be composed of subject matter experts from various disciplines, including IT, security, risk management, and audit. This team will be responsible for developing, implementing, and enforcing cloud governance and compliance policies, procedures, and standards. Their primary objectives will be to identify, assess, and mitigate risks associated with cloud migration, ensure compliance with relevant regulatory requirements, and promote operational excellence across the organization. To ensure adherence to industry standards and best practices, the cloud governance and compliance team should adopt a risk-based approach to cloud migration. This involves conducting thorough risk assessments to identify potential risks and vulnerabilities, and developing targeted mitigation strategies to address these risks. The team should also establish a comprehensive compliance framework that incorporates relevant industry standards and best practices, such as AWS Well-Architected Framework, Microsoft Azure Security and Compliance, or Google Cloud Security and Compliance. Some key measures that can be implemented to enforce adherence to cloud governance and compliance standards throughout the cloud migration process include: 1. Cloud Governance Policy. Develop and maintain a comprehensive cloud governance policy that outlines the organization's cloud usage guidelines, security requirements, and compliance obligations. This policy should be reviewed and updated regularly to reflect changes in industry standards, regulatory requirements, and organizational needs. 2. Risk Management Framework. Establish a risk management framework that identifies, assesses, and mitigates risks associated with cloud migration. This framework should include risk assessment methodologies, risk mitigation strategies, and ongoing risk monitoring and reporting. 3. Compliance Monitoring. Implement a compliance monitoring program that tracks and reports on compliance with regulatory requirements, industry standards, and organizational policies. This program should include regular security audits, penetration testing, and compliance assessments. 4. Training and Awareness. Provide regular training and awareness programs for cloud users, developers, and operations teams to educate them on cloud governance and compliance policies, procedures, and best practices. 5. Continuous monitoring and improvement. Establish a culture of continuous monitoring and improvement, where cloud governance and compliance processes are regularly reviewed and updated to reflect changes in industry standards, regulatory requirements, and organizational needs. 6. Audit and Compliance Reporting. Develop a comprehensive audit and compliance reporting framework that provides regular updates to stakeholders on cloud governance and compliance risks, issues, and mitigation strategies. 7. Incident Response. Establish an incident response plan that outlines procedures for responding to cloud-related security incidents, including notification, containment, eradication, recovery, and post-incident activities. 8. Cloud Security Architecture. Design and implement a cloud security architecture that incorporates robust security controls, such as identity and access management, network security, data encryption, and monitoring and logging. 9. Third-party risk management. Develop a third-party risk management program that assesses the risk posed by third-party cloud providers, and ensures that these providers adhere to organizational cloud governance and compliance standards. 10. Cloud cost optimization. Implement a cloud cost optimization strategy that ensures efficient use of cloud resources, reduces waste, and optimizes costs. By implementing these measures, organizations can ensure that their cloud governance and compliance framework aligns with industry standards and best practices, and that operational excellence is maintained throughout the cloud migration process. This will help to minimize risks, ensure compliance with regulatory requirements, and promote a culture of continuous improvement and innovation.